This documentary explores the state of wildlife in one of Afghanistan's villages. A nature that is dying. This documentary is produced by Ali Aqa Daltemor.
خواب زندگی، آینه تاریخ، هنر و فرهنگ.
This is part of the eastern mountains of Nawar in the Jaghori District. Tall mountains with hard and massive rocks. Consecutive droughts have drained the life out of nature. Now, in the final days of spring, the plants are gradually turning yellow and dry. The lack of sufficient water has cast a shadow over the lives of the animals here, to the point that scarcely a living creature can be seen in this land. Still, the trees and wild forests have endured with stubborn resilience. Plants that, in springtime, were among nature's delicious edibles have now grown old and withered in the absence of water. Raf, this tasty wild plant, still carries a delightful aroma that spreads in the air and fills the space with its fragrance. In our village, the leaves of this plant, along with dried leaves of other plants, are collected during summer and autumn for domestic animals and are called bida. The bare, hard rocks have stood for years against the scorching sun, shelterless, far from any plant cover. These rocks, with their mysterious lines and hollows, have magnified the grandeur of the mountain. We have documented this semi-arid and semi-alive nature, and despite the hardships of life here, we have portrayed life. As the herds pass through, life unfolds for other animals. The remaining dung becomes a source of nourishment and activity for dung beetles. What may seem trivial is in fact a vital part of nature's cycle. These small insects, with tireless effort, turn the dung into spherical balls and roll them across the hot sands. These balls serve both as a food source and as a cradle for the next generation. Unknowingly, they cleanse nature and return nutrients to the soil. Sometimes disputes break out over these balls, and the loser has no choice but to surrender the field. The beetle carefully detaches parts of the dung and attaches them to the ball to form a regular, portable shape. Years of drought have made life hard, even for insects. Only a few native insects remain in these areas, but the mountain grasshoppers are among the few resilient creatures here that have adapted to the conditions. In the scorching midday heat, this lone grasshopper has emerged from its shelter to suck on the leaves of gongo. Its rhythmic movements are signs of survival mechanisms within it. Grasshoppers are calm and rely on ambient heat to regulate their body temperature. The hot mountain rock acts like a natural heater for them. These rhythmic movements may be preparations for a leap or a warning to predators. Their color blends so well with the surroundings that it becomes difficult to spot them. Partridge native birds are now rarely seen in these mountains. But the mountain partridge, one of the most melodious and delightful birds of this land, amid the dry cliffs and barren slopes, stands as a symbol of hope for survival. With its feet, it softens the soil and rolls in it to remove parasites like feather lice, ticks, and other tiny insects. The particles of dry soil penetrate the feathers, absorbing excess moisture and oil, thus creating a barrier against the growth of parasites. The partridge's charming call echoes through stone and rock, breathing new life into nature. Mice. It is a sunny and busy day for the mice. With speed and precision, they gather grasses to build nests, store food, or adorn a safe shelter. Activity begins at dawn and extends deep into the rocks and shrubs. Sometimes a quarrel breaks out over territory, food, or a sleeping place. But these conflicts are short-lived, for nature leaves no room for grudges. Ants are hard-working and powerful insects. This tiny worker, with great determination, carries the corpse of a beetle many times its weight. Stones, slopes, wind, and fatigue, none of them deter it. It falls many times but returns, pulls, and continues. Behind this lone effort, a vast colony is hidden, a nest beneath the earth with thousands of hungry ants awaiting this hero's return. A simple moment, yet a grand story of effort, discipline, and unity from the world of ants that silently build a great civilization. And finally, it reaches its nest. If we stay a little longer, a world of order reveals itself before our eyes. In the heart of the soil and beneath the stones, the empire of ants thrives. The day begins with work. Worker ants leave the nest, each with a specific task. Some search for food, leaves, seeds, insect corpses, anything that can be consumed. Others are in charge of building and expanding the nest. With strong jaws, they remove soil, build tunnels, and expand the space for the queen and the brood. The strange world of these tiny creatures fills us with wonder, a hidden order within nature, silently advancing a magnificent life.
پابی زندگی، آینه تاریخ، هنر و فرهنگ.